Have you ever wondered how the Appalachian Mountains got their unique, soulful character? The story can't be told without the Scots Irish, a resilient people whose journey of faith, hardship, and a fierce longing for freedom carved the very cultural bedrock of the region. Their story isn't just a single migration. It's a centuries-long movement that helps us understand the heart of Appalachia itself. So, why did they come? Starting in the early 1700s, waves of Scots Irish, also known as Ulster Scots, began arriving in America. Their reasons were complex, but they all pointed toward one thing: a better life. Back in Scotland and later in Ulster, Ireland, they faced constant religious tension. As Presbyterians, their way of worship often clashed with the ruling authorities. On top of that, economic hardship was crushing them. Skyrocketing rents, devastating crop failures, and unfair trade laws made it nearly impossible to make a living. America offered a glimmer of hope. Here, land was more accessible. And the vast frontier promised something priceless: the freedom to live without a landlord or a distant government breathing down your neck. In fact, colonial governors actively encouraged them to settle the frontier, acting as a buffer between the established coastal colonies and native nations. The Scots Irish weren't seeking luxury. They were seeking breathing room, a place where a family could plant corn, raise their children, worship freely, and answer to no one but God. What did they bring with them on this journey? Physically, very little. They arrived with empty pockets but minds and hearts full of cultural riches. They carried a deep-rooted tradition of storytelling, with tales of giants, warriors, and tricksters that would become the backbone of Appalachian folklore. They brought their music, the mournful ballads and lively fiddle reels that echoed through the hills, and evolved into the mountain music we know today, the ancestor of bluegrass, country, and gospel. Their Presbyterian faith instilled in them a theology of perseverance, emphasizing endurance, community, and moral responsibility. These values still resonate in many Appalachian churches. They also possessed invaluable skills for frontier survival. Accustomed to rocky soil and harsh weather, they knew how to be self-reliant, making them uniquely suited for the challenges of mountain life. And perhaps most importantly, they brought a clan-based sense of loyalty. Family and kinship were everything, creating tight-knit networks that helped them endure isolation and hardship. They carried few material possessions, but they brought a cultural toolkit that would shape the mountains for centuries. Once they settled, the Scots Irish left an unmistakable imprint on Appalachia. Their building techniques, like notched log cabins with stone chimneys, became the signature architectural style of the region. Their musical traditions, with those unique modal scales and storytelling ballads, became the foundation of all Appalachian folk music. Their culture of fierce independence also took root. A deep suspicion of centralized authority, a preference for local control, and a powerful sense of personal liberty can be traced directly back to these Scots Irish settlers. This same spirit of loyalty and honor shaped their communities. While it sometimes led to the infamous family feuds, it also forged incredibly deep communal bonds. Even their farming practices were perfectly suited to the terrain. Corn, hogs, and small-scale farms became staples because they worked with the land, not against it. And their stories, passed down through generations, evolved into the rich narrative tradition that helps define Appalachian identity today. The influence of the Scots Irish is not just a footnote in history. It is the very spine of Appalachian culture. From the music you hear to the independent spirit you feel, their legacy lives on in the mountains. Thanks for watching. If you found this story fascinating, please give this video a like and subscribe for more deep dives into the histories that have shaped our world. See you next time.